doctor gonna write? Together we will fight.
Arman Sarukian is asked who's next, and Sarukian says, I'm the backup for UFC 317, so that's June 28th, the Oliveira versus Topuria fight. He already fought Oliveira, won a decision there. Obviously hasn't fought Topuria, but he's the backup. People are always pulling out, so his services might be needed. As long as his back is okay, he can do it. Also at the UFC 317 card on the 28th of this month is Peyton Talba versus Felipe Lima. It's a good fight. Lima's a really good fighter on a 14-fight win streak, and Talba's coming off his first loss of his career against Ioni Barcelos. Interesting fight. A little surprised UFC putting this together because they're going to derail a prospect with this fight, but I'm going to go with Lima, I think. I think he's going to be a little bit too well-rounded, but interesting fight for sure. Henry Cejudo says he knows when Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev are fighting, but it might not make sense what he's saying, but we'll get to that in a second.
Obviously, we have JDM. We have JDM versus Islam Makhachev. We all know that they're more likely they're going to fight. Their fight's going to take place October 20th. I don't know where the location is going to be, but they're going to fight in October. Obviously,
October 20th is a Monday, so I don't know. Maybe he got his dates mixed up or something, but there's no pay-per-view on October 20th. In October, they have on October 4th, UFC 320, which is at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. They could do the welterweight title fight on that event, or they might do Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev for the light heavyweight title. Official poster for Whittaker versus Ditter. That's a middleweight contest on July 26th in Abu Dhabi. It's the main event. If Ditter wins, he'll break into the top 5. Currently, he's ranked number 12.
not John Jones. That's good. John Jolie.
Adolfo Bellato and people saying he faked being knocked out. I saw some things on the internet saying I was an actor and stuff. The moment I was on the ground, I didn't expect to get kicked in the face illegally. It was a strong kick. When I looked at the judge to complain, my whole body began to tingle and my vision disappeared. After that, I don't remember anything. Anyone who's known me knows I would never do this. I never run from a war. Hit 2 times in less than 30 days. 2 trips in a row. Why would I fake something after all I've been through? And on top of that, I was winning the first round. Ricky Simone won a unanimous decision over Cameron Smotherman over the weekend. Smotherman didn't have an answer for Simone's wrestling. They talked back and forth during the fight. Some of it was interesting.
Commentator said something that he was maybe talking to you in the cage.
Oh, we were both talking. We were both talking for sure. I talk when I fight. He liked to talk too, so we can jaw a little bit.
Yeah, what was
Hey, it's better when you're talking shit and you're winning.
What was the back and forth? Yeah.
Just about that. I think he was talking shit because I was getting booed. At one point, I had him pressed up against the wall, and I told him he's under arrest. He told me I'm racist, and I was like, I wasn't going that direction, but I just got you in a bitch-ass position.
Yeah. I guess like you're fighting, so you're like that requires a lot of concentration. How are you able to be like, I guess, so witty and so on it?
It's not that hard when you grow up fighting. I have 2 other professional fighters in my family. One's in the UFC. We would fight for hours, dripped in sweat, blood, everything in the house broken. Our parents hated us for sure, but we'd be talking shit the whole time.
Not John Jones. That's good. John Jolie.
The other day to everyone, well, basically this week, Nate Diaz called the fight on with me. He wanted to fight me on the 2nd of August. He called the weight, he called everything on, and obviously I accepted. I got straight into camp on Monday. Now he's pulled out of the fight. Carl Frog said on his YouTube channel about 4 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, that he only needs 4 weeks training to fight me, but now he's saying he only wants to fight me next year. He'll only be ready next year. Tyron Woodley said he'd be interested, but not right now, even though he beat me in the UFC. Masvidal said he's not interested. In fact, Masvidal's priced himself out. Mike Perry's priced himself out, even though Mike Perry offered me 350 grand to fight on his promotion. Mike Perry's priced himself out by 5 times that. So, like, I'm basically ready to go in August now against any one of yous, but yous are all giving out excuses, this, that, even though 2 of yous have beat me. And, like, Nate Diaz is the one that called the fight on with me. So yous are all, like, gang up.
Look at that. Look at this lad here. It's massive.
I heard you say then the face isn't that bad, lad.
No, the face is all right. Why am I in fancy dress?
But the body's cartoonish, isn't it?
Why am I dressed like that? The face is all right. I don't mind the face.
I know what they say we're like modern day gladiators, but what the f*** going on with the background, lad?
No idea.
Did they know he was going to be Roman?
No. As soon as I seen it, I was like, I don't want that on. You know? And they were like, oh, spend 20 grand on it now. We're keeping it.
20 grand?
Oh, was it? I can't, it was either 10 or 20, I can't remember. But the chip is close as well.
The chest plate, lad, you look like Maximus out of gladiator.
Yeah. I've only just nothing on it that represents anything to do with UFC, MMA, Atherton, the place where I'm from. Nothing. Just Roman
just the
stuff.
gloves.
Yeah, just don't get it.
He heads to Baku for the first time this Saturday. Hill versus Roundtree Jr. is the main event. That's going to be a fun, striking matchup in the light heavyweight division. 5-round main event, number 4 and number 7 in the light heavyweight division. Fiziev versus Bahamondes is the co-main event. Fiziev, number 11 in the lightweight division, will be energized by the Baku fans. Curtis Blades versus Rizwan Kuniev will be an interesting heavyweight contest. Rizwan Kuniev looking to break into the top 5 in his UFC debut. We'll see how he does. Sometimes guys from other organizations come over and shit the bed, but we'll see how he does. Musayev is another guy. Tafiq Musayev making his UFC debut coming out of another organization, taking on Miktabek Orolbai in the lightweight division. That's going to be a fun fight. As well in the lightweight contest before that, Sadikov versus Mota. Mota's the underdog, taking on Sadikov, who has the home crowd behind him, but Mota is always tough as an underdog and hits hard. So it's going to be a good striking fight. And Nayama versus Grad kicks off the card at the Baku Crystal Hall in Baku, Azerbaijan.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Joaquin Newmaster Buckley. Look, Atlanta was good to us, baby. We done sold out the arena. It was a major, opportunity for me to go out there and show up and show out. And I truly believe I did that, especially in the 5th round. We had Usman, backing up, trying to get those takedowns, but we stuffed everyone. But don't get it twisted, man. Even though my hand was not raised, I still feel victorious. But still, shout out to Kamaru Usman, man. You are truly a legend. You are truly a GOAT, man. Thank you for the opportunity for allowing me to, be able to step into the octagon with you, bro, and grace me with your presence. But I just really want to say, man, thank you, Atlanta, for popping out, man, and really selling out and being an amazing crowd. Because with that energy, man, and with that love, I truly believe, man, we can go into another main event, man, and really show up and show out. But look, with that being said, I didn't win. I didn't get my hand raised, you know what I mean? But that's all good. This gives me time to take a break, man, and really kind of work on some tools and work on some things that we got to work on. Because, yet again, y'all going to know who this team is. What we dealt with, through that fight, I really feel like, man, we was up against the world. But I feel like we did a great job, Yet again, we had a big name like Kamaru Usman, man. My coach going up against Trevor Whitman, having Francis Ngannou, you know what I'm saying, watching, right? Like, it was a lot of pressure that was on us that night, but I truly feel privileged that I was out there still being able to put some worries on that boy, had them boys sweating. So it just shows us, man, what our real capabilities are. But I truly, truly believe that we just going to take this time, man, and really just get better, and we're going to come back even stronger. So y'all do what y'all do. Welterweight division, y'all hold it down, but Buck going to be back, man, sooner or later.
Since going to Leil, my knee pain is 100% gone. And then after completing the peptide treatment, I can run miles now.
I need to make sure I'm healing properly, and I felt that Leil was giving me the best options. They know what they're doing. They're looking at me as an individual.
I did the stem cells and the peptides from Leil, and it's helped my circulation quite a lot. It's definitely done wonders for my pain.
Any kind of chronic pain that you've been dealing with and want to avoid surgery or steroid injections, those are the patients that we typically see.